Hello, and this is my first video for my new YouTube channel for World of Tanks Blitz, and it's called The Marching Radetsky. If you're seeing this, you should know. And this, today I'm going to review the Jagdpanther 2, a Tier 8 German tank destroyer, and it's a great tank to play with. It has a excellent mobility, especially for a non-turreted TD. It's much faster than its cousin, the Ferdinand, and it has a great upper structure, and it can hold its and if hull down, it can hold itself out against tier 9 TD guns, although sometimes it can be penetrated. It has an excellent gun for its tier. It has the 12.8 centimeter Pak 44 L55 gun. It has great rate of fire, reloading about 9 seconds. It has nice penetration values and can punch through most tanks it faces, including higher tiers. It also has a great alpha, and while it shows the average at 460 damage at using armor piercing rounds. It can go up to it could go up to 500 plus at occasions, and its high explosives is very potent. It can be used to penetrate tanks like the T-44's back and the T-54's back, as well as light tanks, and including the Panther's side armor and back armor, which I got an ammo rack a while ago. It has it has great mobility, as I said. Its speed limit's 55 kilometers per hour, and it has a good power to weight ratio, and it's a great tank overall when upgraded. However, when stock, it can seem pretty lacking in battles, especially tier 9. It only at stock it'll have the 88 centimeter Pak 43L71 or the 10.5 centimeter Pak L52 gun, and both of these aren't really good at tier 9. But if you play tanks like the Panther 2 and German mediums like the Panther, as I said just now, the Panther 2 and the Indian Panzer, then you should feel a bit at home. But it generally is lacking. It's won't do much favor for you. And I would, if when grinding this, I would advise you to take the 88 centimeters because its rounds are extremely cheap at 250 credits, I think, for armor piercing rounds, whereas the 10.5 will ask for 1,000, about pretty much the same cost for this gun. And so I would advise you to do it because you might be losing a lot of credits when stock grinding. But the good thing is it carries its engine and its tracks from the Jagdpanther, the Tier 7 predecessor, and it means that it's just a gun that you have to focus on. And also when playing on the Tiger, the next tier German tank destroyer, the stock gun can hold itself even in tier 10 matches. And yeah, it's overall good. It's a great tank for its tier, not OP, but quite balanced with its poor hull armor. And just beware that some tanks like the T-30 or the ISU 152, so high explosive rounds can pen around here, and this can lead to a full roll damage of 960, which is more than 80% of your hit points, which is quite low at 1,150. But it's pretty good, and if you just avoid showing your back armor, which you really shouldn't at all, uh, you can play pretty good games on this when held down. And it's also quite accurate, meaning you can be like a sniper, although I would say that this should be a second line support. Its tracks are quite big, I have to say, and this can absorb some damage, but I wouldn't bet on it. And there's no point in talking about the weak spots on the frontal armor because it's pretty much penable. by every tank in its tier. Maybe if you angle it a bit, it'll bounce some shots, but generally it's pretty weak, and there's every pretty much this whole plate is a weak point for you. So go hull down, as I said. Its optics are pretty covered over here, so that means you won't get much optics damage, but its ammo rack and its engine are quite vulnerable to hits. So if you hit a side here, then you're probably going to get an ammo damage, ammo rack damage, or even an ammo rack. And its engine can easily be set on fire because of the quite big low frontal plate. And so best just stay hull down or be a bit far from the enemy itself, and you'll do good in this tank. I haven't fully trained it in the crew because I do not pay gold on its thing. And I think you should take gun rammer because the penetration's already good in this tank, so it's not really worth having extra penetration while having a bit under rate of fire. I suggest you take protected modules because, as I said, the ammo rack and the engine are pretty vulnerable. I think with most you should take improved optics. Although if you're like a sniper slash second line support one, you could camouflage net is a viable option. I would, apart from enhanced armor, which will increase the armor of your upper structure, I wouldn't advise getting the others. Although maybe improved control would do it. But then again, you're quite fast already on the tank. And as of now, I'm grinding on the girls and panzers grind. It's pretty easy if you have higher tier tanks. It's 60k of XP shouldn't be too difficult in 12 days. And let's jump in a battle on it, providing I'm not noobish and make mistakes. Ooh, AMX is AMX is a pain because it can insta kill. It can kill you in one clip. Because as I said already, tier 8, this tank and even tier 8 tank destroyers as a whole have a very low hit point number. And yeah, we're just waiting to start. 3, 2, 1, and go. If you're going about, oh, we're not going this side. I think the majority is going here. Yep, never go alone. Just too risky. Should I help him or should I go to team? I'll help him. There's only one medium. I don't expect the other tier TDs or AMX to come, but say they do, then I'm screwed, aren't I? But chances are it won't. So let's just cap base A. Yeah, AMX is over there, so we're fine. Even T69 isn't here, so that's great. So I'll just help in the cap. Done. And now we will come from the other side and surprise them, I guess, provided they don't spot us first. I'm running, if you haven't seen already, I'm running provisions on this tank because in my case, you should still be able to make a good profit, and considering how much loss in credits you could receive when you're playing stock, especially, then I would say that it's not best to stock yourself on both things. And as I've showed now, it can deal punishing 500 damage on the back of the T95, which I haven't mentioned now. Missed that. And yeah, oh, T69's here. And he's gone. I'll kill Ayas. Oh, he's dead. Thank you, team. HE splash. It can deal 240 damage when splash, and while that's not the best of all, it can be pretty good with 555 pretty high roll. No, low roll actually. And it can And if you haven't noticed, American heavy, medium, and even lights can have their backs pinned easily, and you could use this to your advantage. You have withdrawal, and yes, yeah, there's a lot of spots you can use your HE round on. I finished out of HE rounds, so that means oh, I'm getting destroyed here. Save me, save me, save me. And he's gone. Oh, he's turning the quick, 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 quick. Yeah, that's good traverse as well, which means that you should be free from a angle of death, a circle of death, provided you don't get tracked like I did. I hate autoloaders, but he'll be dealt with. And yes, you can deal a lot of damage on this. While posted on the forums, I posted a screenshot of me dealing 6,000 damage, which is quite impressive for even tier 6, I'm not tier 6, tier 10 matches. And I'm very proud of this tank because I really love it. Until I got that mastery, I was doing pretty bad on it. Uh, should I see if I have one? Nah, never mind. And this TD is pretty much like the Jagdpanther, except this has a much more reliable upper frontal armor, and but it shares its mobility as well, but it also shares its armor, and it's a bit sad, but its upper structure compensates for it, and if you play hull down, you should be pretty much invincible in tier 8 and tier 7 matches, but I guess not a lot, not so much in tier 9 and 10 matches if you fail to me. Yes, and that is it. I might no, since it's my first video, I think I'll wrap it up here. And being very cliche, I will say like and subscribe. And bye bye.